career points at Grambling State University.
Absolutely. That's one of those other names that we talk about when you remember Grambling basketball along with Chicago Hill. So he's definitely leaving his mark on the men's side as well.
Look at Alabama State and their starting lineups. They'll start number 2, Kevin Holston, the 6'1" sophomore from Washington, D.C. Toby Usasho. He is the 6'5" junior from Chicago, Illinois, transfer from Lewis and Clark Community College. Kobe Ross, the 5'9" sophomore from New Orleans. He actually is went to Peabody Magnet High School in Alexandria. Very good basketball team. They're in the state semifinals, as a matter of fact. They'll play Wasp coming up. They'll also have Reginald G. He's been a mainstay for Coach Lewis Jackson, of course, Reginald G. from Houston, Texas, and Fausto Picardo. He is the 6'8" senior from Washington Heights, New York, transfer from Niagara Community College. That's the starting lineup for both the Grambling Tigers and for Alabama State. Head coach for the Grambling Tigers, head coach Dante Jackson. For Alabama State, head coach Lewis Jackson, coach Lou, call him Lou Jack. Been around a long time, and talked to him before the game today and just kind of catching up a little bit. Really one of those guys, when you talk to him, he's real smooth. Actually, and then he's another fire one that can be on the court, but he's real smooth.
Absolutely.
Getting ready to start things off here between Grambling and Alabama State. Second game of our doubleheader here between these two teams. Well, Donovan, when you start taking a look at what these teams need to do, first thing, Grambling's got to control the tempo.
Absolutely. Control the tempo, get momentum, keep that momentum, and don't play from behind. You can tire yourself out way more when you play from behind rather than playing up.
Yeah, that's true. Playing from behind, oftentimes you spend more energy trying to come from behind than you do as just going ahead and just winning it outright. Alabama State with the basketball. Shot is up, and it is good. Iwosho with the basket, the junior from Chicago, Illinois. Now Grambling with the basketball. Alabama State with the early lead. Dallas Polk Hilliard will drive, shoots, and he gets the bucket. First 2 points of the ball game for the Grambling Tigers. Holston with the ball. Iwosho. Now Holston Jr. Ricardo, 6'8". Shot up, no good. Ball tipped around, and Empoyo with the rebound. That was a good rebound there by Empoyo.
Working on the inside now.
Nice job. Hart with the bucket. And the Grambling Tigers up 2 now. 4-2. Reginald G with the shot. It's up, it's no good. Sky high trying to get the rebound. Alabama State.
Nigel Ribeiro in control now. Shot won't go for Polk Hilliard. On the inside though. No good, but a foul coming up. That's going to be against number 15 for Alabama State, Fausto Picardo.
Yeah, Picardo with the foul, and now the Grambling Tigers going to the free throw line. Park now coming to the charity stripe. Park, one of those guys that Coach Dante Jackson said really wants to see more out of him. First free throw is up and good.
Definitely always want to see more out of your big guys. So he has to rebound, control the paint at all times, be able to get post moving down. So there are a lot of responsibilities when it comes to being a big man. So you want to be able to get as many of those things out of your big man as you can.
2 out of 2 at the free throw line, and that's a way to start things out. And a turnover, and Nigel Ribeiro comes up with the basketball. Ribeiro thought about the baseline. Now gets it out to Park. He chucks a three-pointer. It's up, no good. And Empoyo with the rebound. Boy, what was he doing out there? Nigel Ribeiro directing traffic out there. Ivy Smith Jr. trying to go inside and thought he was fouled and nothing was called. Shot up, no good. Lots of action down in the paint. Ribeiro over to Empoyo. Shot up, no good. Reginald G now in the corner. G looking. Pops it back out. Iwosho. Now inside of Pichardo. Up, no good, but he's going to the free throw line. Reginald G going over to talk to Coach Lou Jack for a second, and Coach Dante Jackson on the other side for the Grambling Tigers. Trying to move up in the standings here. 6-3 outscored Grambling on top. Eight days away from the SWAC basketball tournament.
Every game counts.
Every game does count. There's no question about that. We'll take a look at the men's basketball standings in a second. Grambling, just like the women, they're in 5th place. Pine Bluff only has 1 game to go after today. Look at Nigel Ribeiro with the shot. Good.
We're going to call that a deep 2.
Or in the playground, they'll say in your face. Reginald G with the basketball. Turns, shoots, no good. Part with the rebound for Grambling. Empoyo goes up and in. Ross has to come out of the ballgame for Alabama State. And they'll call a media timeout. 10-4 our score. We'll take a timeout. The Grambling Tigers on top 10-4. We'll take this 1 minute timeout. We'll be right back. Touchdown!
Start here and go anywhere. I promise you. Start here and go anywhere. Here at Grambling State University, where everybody is. God bless you.
Back here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center on the campus of Grambling State University, the Grambling Tigers on top 10-4 with 15:56 remaining in the first half of play. Grambling playing aggressive on defense. Daniels throws it away. Nigel Ribeiro comes up with it. Good job by Xavier Park. Stepped right in the middle of that one. No good. Park, wrap around, good.
Park right there to clean it up.
Three-pointer on the way for Alabama State, no good. And the Little General comes away with the basketball. Shot up and good. Timeout, Alabama State. And Alabama State just wants to stop the bleeding here just a little bit and readjust. 14-4 our score. This is a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Donovan, if you're Alabama State, Grambling is able to come down and get good buckets in transition.
Absolutely, and that's where a lot of good games and good teams make their money in transition. Turn defense, create it into offense, and they're doing a good job so far.
For Grambling, they just have to keep doing what they're doing and play good defense. Nigel Ribeiro stepping in the passing lanes, able to pick a couple balls off.
Absolutely. Being aware of what's going on the court, being able to create, find the ball.
And then Xavier Park doing a great job getting the rebounding.
That's one of those things that if you're a big man, you got to be able to find the ball, especially when it makes its way to the inside. You got to be aware of it, keep your eyes on it at all times.
Holston with the ball, Iwosho with the shot, three-pointer up, no good. And Reginald G with the rebound. Back out to Holston. Holston right side to Iwosho, back to Holston. G to his left. Now in the ball game is Johnson. Johnson in the paint.
They're going to get Nigel. Nigel for hand checking.
First foul, team's first. Second team foul, I should say. Hart has the other one. Holston goes up for the shot, no good. Up and good. That's Johnson, 6'8" sophomore from Garfield, Ohio. Nigel Ribeiro with the foul. That's his second. Prince Moss now coming into the contest. And he's no stranger to giving some electricity to the crowd.
Not at all.
Nice job there by Dallas Polk Hilliard, and a foul coming up against Alabama State. The foul's going to go against Johnson. And it is Grambling basketball. Prairie View has won the conference regular season crown. That's going to be an offensive foul charge to Alex Empoyo.
They're going to get him for that, and that's going to be his first.
As I said, Prairie View is going to win the conference. They will be guaranteed postseason play, whether they win the tournament or, of course, if they lose in the tournament, they'll go to the NIT. Texas Southern solidly will win second, so they're the number 2 seed. And then it remains to be seen what happens with the 3 seed. Alabama State 9-7. Pine Bluff is 9-8. Grambling is 8-8. Jackson is 8-8. And a steal here by Ivy Smith Jr. after throwing the ball away. Three-pointer by Prince Moss, no good. And taken away, Alex Empoyo takes the ball away and then goes in and dunks.
He wasn't paying attention, just stripped it right from his hands.
Reginald G goes in for the shot, good, smooth off the window. And now 16-9, Grambling on top, 13-20 remaining here in this first half of play. Prince Moss to Ivy Smith Jr., he faked it, went back up for the bucket.
One of the five didn't get it.
Iwosho goes up. Whoa, nice underneath layup. Avoided the block and went underneath. That's just nice.
Up and under, you can't do too much about that one.
No. Grambling with the basketball. 16-11 our score, 12:38 remaining in the first half. Alex Empoyo, no good. Iwosho. That's going to be a travel.
See, Devontae Jackson now checks in for Pert.
Prince Moss will inbound the basketball, gets it into Ivy Smith Jr. Dallas Polk Hilliard for three. Off the mark, no good. And Alabama State bringing down the rebound. Rogers has the ball now. Ivy Smith Jr. all over Ross. Three-pointers by Rogers. It's up, it's no good. Goes out of bounds, and it stays with Alabama State. We have a timer on the floor. 16-11 our score. Grambling Tigers on top. 11:55 remaining in the first half of play. We'll take this 1-minute timeout. We'll be right back here on GSU TV. Back here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center on the campus of GSU, and right there you see Alex Empoyo with the dunk after the steal. Grambling on top 16-11, and then back on the other end, Alabama State taking it down the floor. But so far the Grambling Tigers playing well defensively. I think now you just got to make sure that they continue this tempo of the ball game.
Keep a tempo, keep running with it. That's all you can really do is just when you have momentum, when you have the tempo, you got to stay with it. You can't let it get taken from you at all.
Iwosho, Johnson, Daniels, Ross, Rogers in the game for Alabama State. Jackson, Dallas Polk Hilliard, Ivy Smith, Alex Empoyo, Prince Moss in the game for Grambling. Ross to Iwosho. Cross court to Daniels. Daniels goes in the paint, goes up for the shot, no good, ball tipped. Then Dallas Polk Hilliard with the rebound and gets it down to Ivy Smith Jr. Now part of the 1,000-point club. Moss thought about taking it to the right. Now back to Dante Jackson. Hilliard, 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Ivy Smith Jr. gives it up to Prince Moss. A three-pointer on the way. No good. Bounce high. And Iwosho comes away with it for Alabama State. Now to Ross. Back to Iwosho left. Takes a little fake. Drives the paint. Gives it up to Rogers. Shot up and good. 16-13 now. Grambling on top. 10:51 remaining here in the ball game. Inside, that's Dante Jackson, gets the bucket. Oh, and a dunk. Iwosho takes off and puts it down. 18-15 now the score. And you just look at this. Iwosho just able to take the open lane that everybody gave him. Nobody there to defend him.
Yeah, nobody standing in the way of that one.
No. He ended up on a poster somewhere. Prince Moss over to Dante Jackson, goes up, gets the shot, and he's going to the line to shoot one.
Hoop and the horn.
Shot is up, and it's good. Xavier Park led the team in scoring before that last time out. He had 6 points. And it goes out of bounds off of Alabama State, off of Grambling back to Alabama State.
Great inside defense, not letting up on the inside by Grambling State. Able to get that ball out of there.
Got about 48 hours for these teams after this game. And then, Alex Empoyo steps in front of the ball. And goes in and gets the shot. And Ivy Smith nearly steals the basketball. Iwosho comes up with it. Nice spin move, goes in. He's going to draw the foul on Empoyo. And for Empoyo, I think that's going to be number 2 on him.
Yeah, that's going to be number 2. That's his second with 9:08 left to go in the ball game now.
23-15 our score. Still got the under 8 and the under 4 media timeout. Iwosho with the line drive free throw.
Pert's going to come back into the game now. He's going to come in for Empoyo. Grambling trying to get the ball past half court, finally do, just before the 10 seconds.
Prince Moss going in and getting the dunk.
Took a little nasty fall, but he's right back up.
Ross for 3, good. They're going to call it a 2. They call it a 2 for Ross instead of a 3.
And Ross gets the ball right back from Ivy Smith Jr.
Oh, and
Dallas swatted out of there.
Dallas Polk Hilliard just sent that into the second row over where Justice Coleman was. And if you're Ross, you just got to shake that off. And great replay here as you saw Dallas Polk Hilliard just smack that into the ground like a volleyball. There's Rogers. Shot, no good. Ball tipped. Comes out to Dallas Polk Hilliard. Three-pointer.
Prince Moss starting to feel himself now.
Isn't there a song called I'm Feeling Myself?
I think that's his pregame warm-up song.
Three-pointer by Ross, up no good. Dante Jackson with the rebound. Xavier Park goes in, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession goes to Grambling. Should be a media timeout here. We'll take a timeout as well. 7:17 remaining here in this first half of play. 28-18 the score, Grambling on top. We'll take this timeout. 1 minute timeout. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Television Center. Back here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center, and there you see Ross going up, and that shot blocked out of there by Dallas Polk Hilliard like a volleyball. And for the Grambling Tigers, Grambling Tigers right now on top 28-18, 10-point lead.
Ball knocked out of there, but foul coming up against Alabama State. That's going to be against number 2, Kevin Holston. Looks like that's going to be his first.
Coach Jackson directing traffic from the sideline, and Nigel Rivera will inbound. Shot up by Dante Jackson, no good.
Foul coming up.
For Alabama State, they get ready to hit the road, and they'll play Jackson State to wrap up the regular season on Saturday. Grambling will welcome Alabama A&M. Free throw is up, it's good. Free throw up and good. Holston, 3, no good. Park with the rebound. We got him, Dante Jackson, and Dallas Polk Hilliard.
Gotta be sure to communicate when you got that many bodies down there in the paint.
Yeah, that's what Coach Jackson was just saying for Grambling. Nigel Ribeiro to Park, shot up, no good. A little flat on that shot. Oh, that's an easy dunk there by Pachado. And he had to hang on the rim for a minute so he didn't step on Xavier Park.
Right. A lot of times they'll hit you with a tech for that, but unless you're trying to land, safely.
Three-pointer, good. 33-20 the score now, 5:40 remaining in the first half of play.
Seems like every time Alabama State is trying to get something done, Grambling comes right back with an answer.
Reginald G with the shot up, no good. Ball out of bounds off of Grambling, back to Alabama State.
No, they say it's off of Alabama State.
Oh, Grambling got a break on that one. Certainly looked like it was off of Grambling there.
We'll take it.
They got a break on that one because it looked like it was off of the Grambling. Prince Moss and now Alabama State in that full court press. And that's why they run it right there. Uosho to Ross. Ross to Holston Jr. Three-pointer by G, no good. And Prince Moss with the rebound. This is where you can't give them any time to adjust in getting into their zone press. And a steal by Holston Jr. And blocked out of there by Prince Moss. That's great defense by Nigel Ribeiro coming one way to knock the ball out of the offensive player's hand, and then Prince Moss getting the block on the other side. That was just great defense.
Great job by Moss not giving up on the play, and just staying right behind, being the trail man. Nigel Ribeiro was able to have him force it and drop it off, and Prince Moss was right behind him.
4:40 remaining in the first half of play. G going up for the shot. Boy, he has really been ice cold from the field. Ivy Smith Jr. to Nigel Ribeiro. Thought about the three. He's defended by Ross. Dante Jackson up and good. Oh, and G on the other side gets an easy bucket in transition running the baseline.
Here comes Alabama State with that full court pressure again.
1-2-2 press. They have to stop things because of, I think, the play clock.
I believe the shot clock, yeah. It didn't feel like it was just 2 seconds.
And they'll take the timeout here as well. 35-22 the score. Grambling on top. 3:48 remaining until halftime. We'll take this timeout. You're watching the Grambling Tigers play on GSU TV.
The official Grambling State University app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Take It. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Welcome back here to Frederick C. Hamdi Assembly Center here on the campus of GSU. The Grambling Tigers on top by 13, 35-22, with 3:48 remaining here in the first half of play. Ivy Smith with the basketball. Now Jackson gets it to Smith. Jackson, shot, that's going to be a travel.
He's working on the inside, but moving his feet a little bit too much.
And that's going to be a foul here.
It's going to be against Holston.
Yep. In Grambling basketball. Dante Jackson backs down. Now to Ivy Smith Jr. Three-pointer, good.
Now here comes Grambling with a little bit of pressure of their own. Shot up, no good. But a foul coming on the way, so Alabama State is going to head to the line. That's G that's going to be heading to the line.
Yep, it's going to be on A.J. Gaston. First time he's been in the game today.
Coach Jackson switched up his starting lineup a little bit, so yes, this is the first time we're seeing A.J. Gaston in the game. I think Coach Jackson likes the idea of Ivy Smith Jr. and Nigel Ribeiro on the court at the same time, and it's a very good strategy.
Grambling with the basketball. 38-23, 15-point lead. Nigel Ribeiro with the basketball, now with Ivy Smith. That's going to be an offensive foul.
It's going to be against Pert.
So 2:30 remaining until halftime.
Nigel Ribeiro talking to Gaston on defense. He wanted to trap him on this side.
Ross for three, no good. And boy, coming right around the corner to steal that one.
That was Leon Daniels for Alabama State, almost like a streak of lightning. Just came out, swooped it, and put it right back in.
Grambling with the basketball. 1:52 remaining until halftime. A.J. Gaston with the basketball. Defended by Reginald G. Nigel Ribeiro gets it off. It's going to be a blocking foul on Alabama State.
Grambling is in the bonus now, so Nigel will head to the line.
38-25 the score. Grambling on top. 1:45 remaining. Park comes out. A.J. Gaston comes out. First free throw is up and good. Rather quiet in the Assembly Center right now.
Yeah, one of those rare times where you come into the end of the season and it's rather quiet. But if anything, the games always tend to pick up towards the end of the ball game. So we'll see how quiet it gets a little later. Because Nigel makes both free throws there.
Grambling now back on defense. 2-3 setup. Daniels, Reginald G. Goes around, shot up, no good. And Dante Jackson with the rebound. That's all right, that's Trayvon with the rebound. Trayvon Bunch in the ball game, 7'1" junior from Racine. Three-pointer up, good. Shooter's roll. That rattled in, went back up in the air, and went back down.
Ivy Smith got a little chuckle out of that one. Said, "I'll take it."
Nice defense by Ivy. Daniels now for three, no good.
Shooting woes from three continue for Alabama State here.
45 seconds remaining, 43-25, nearly a 20-point lead there for Grambling. Oh, Ivy Smith.
Oh, he can't finish, though.
That was a tough one because he just abused the defender. Jones on the other side, shot up no good. And now Nigel Ribeiro has the ball, 24 seconds remaining here in the first half, and Grambling can run this out. And he'll just stay back.
Wait till about 8 seconds, and now he goes now. 3 seconds now.
Ivy Smith, three!
Take it to the locker room.
46-25 at the half. We'll take a timeout and be back with second half action live from here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. We'll be back right here on GSU TV.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Tonight's game, a purchasing officer, Mrs. Helena Miles, and Teresa Jackson from the Sponsored Programs Department. Mrs. Miles and Ms. Jackson cannot be here with us tonight, but we are thankful for their hard work and dedication to Grambling State University. Will all Grambling State University faculty and staff please stand? Will all Grambling State University faculty and staff please stand? The Department of Athletics recognizes that second only to our students, you are the forces that keep GSU moving, strong, and viable. The talents and skills you share with our students and all who have vested interest in this historic institution are priceless. Specifically, we want you to know we really appreciate the love, care, and nurturing you give our student athletes. Thank you so very much for all you do.
And back here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center, the Grambling Tigers right now on top of Alabama State by the score of 46-25 as we get ready to start the second half. Santoria Blank along with Donovan Travis, and as we look at the numbers here in the first half, what stands out here mainly is that both teams are pretty even on the rebounding side. Turnovers, really, Grambling is doing a great job, only 6 turnovers in the ball game. Grambling on top of the assist column 7-2, but when you start looking at shots, 17-28 for Grambling, 10 of 32 for Alabama State, including 0 for 11 at the three-point line.
Yeah, those three-point shot attempts have been killing Alabama State. And it's not like they're taking bad shots.
And there's a three-pointer right there, first one of the ball game.
On cue. On cue.
First three-pointer of the ball game for Alabama State. And now they're on top. And now they're trailing 46-28 after their first three-pointer of the contest. Dallas Polk Hilliard down low, Reginald G on him. Shot is up good. Boy, he has got a smooth shot. Goes Dante Jackson telling his guys to get after it. Charter with the basketball. Ross was really a difference maker in the first half. Not a lot of points, but man, he really was able to do some things with the ball. Shot is up, no good. Leading the way for Alabama State, Iwosho. He had 7 points in the ball game. For Grambling, Ivy Smith with 11 and Devontae Jackson with 9. Dallas Polk Hilliard, 5 points, 5 rebounds. That ball hit the side of the rim. And Poyo gets it back out to Ivy Smith Jr. with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Three-pointer, good. Wow.
Picking up right where he left off.
You know, oh well, I had to take a shot.
Picking up right where he left off, getting that 3 off before the first half ended.
Holston lost the ball. Ivy Smith Jr. recovers. Ivy Smith goes in, gets the bucket.
Gets a little fillet from his teammates on the bench.
Ross, a three-pointer, good. And they're going to call it a 2. Alex and Poyo now to Dallas Polk Hilliard. Another three-pointer by Ivy Smith Jr., no good. The follow, no good, but it's a foul coming up. That foul's going to go against Uwosho. That's his first personal. Uwosho with 1, Holston with 2, and Pichardo with 2. 17-17 remaining here in the ball game.
A little confusion between the referees, so he had to get the ball back, but he figured it out. First shot
free throws up and good. Daniels thought about the alley-oop to Pichardo. Wasn't there. Shot up, no good. Whoa, going up high for the ball. And Poyo and Daniels. And Ivy Smith coming down with the basketball. European step for Emporio, goes in and gets the shot.
Ivy almost got the ball right back as soon as it was inbounded right there.
Daniels going up. Nice hand out to Pichardo. Shot up, no good. Daniels the rebound. He's going to be fouled. And you can see that Pichardo going back up, couldn't hit it, but it's going to be Part with the foul, reaching over the back.
First free throw attempt is good.
One more shot for Daniels. Daniels, pretty decent free throw shooter. Daniels, a 6'4" junior from Atlantic City, New Jersey. And Daniels at 6'4" can play guard and forward.
That's a pretty utilized size in a basketball game. 6'4", you can, not too short, not too tall. Right size.
Yeah, I wish I was 6'4".
A lot of us do.
I wish I was a little bit taller. Dallas Polk Hilliard for three. (59-32), Grambling with a 27-point lead on Lou Jack's team from Alabama State. Ross will say, oh, that's going to be a shot and a foul.
Ivy knew as soon as it happened. Couldn't get that one back. It's going to be his first of the game.
We have a media timeout on the floor with the score. The Grambling Tigers on top, 59-34. 15:38 remaining in the ball game. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Back here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. Happy birthday going out to former member of the lab, Yalisha Lachey, AA. It's her birthday today.
Yalisha Lachey, AA.
Working in television over in the Shreveport area. Happy birthday to Maud Irma in Wisconsin, who was tuning in today. And also to Mother Udine Lockhart up at Emmanuel Baptist Church, her birthday today as well. So happy birthday for all of you. Thanks for tuning in and viewing with us.
Alabama State, a hard full court pressure now.
Oh yeah, they're gonna really press the ball now. Park goes in and gets the bucket. Alabama State starts out in the full court press, drops back into a hard man, and Park just one-on-one with Pichardo, just using the size and going up and turning towards the bucket, and here comes Grambling.
Nigel Ribeiro coming back with the ball now. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Ribeiro goes in, gets the bucket.
Austin up top for Alabama State. Into the corner now. Shot up and good.
63-38, Grambling basketball. You can see right there, Pichardo. Shot was up and good on the other side, and now it's Grambling basketball, where they are really playing that hard man. Nice job taking that sideline, and that's one of the things about that press is if you don't cut that sideline off, it allows the other team to come up the floor and break that press. Park going in. Oh, overshot.
Too strong.
Iwosho going up. The big show. 63-40 now. 13:36 remaining in the ball game.
3 seconds, hurry up and get it over the half-court line. They finally do.
Now Nigel Ribeiro gets the ball back. Three-pointer on the way. Good. G, fadeaway jumper, good. Reginald G, one of those guys is scoring in double figures for this Grambling basketball team, for this Alabama State basketball team. Dallas Polk Hilliard going in. Oh, man, they called an offensive foul.
Charge anyways. This place was ready to erupt.
Coach Jackson furious.
Look at the replay now. Handoff.
Oh,
straightforward.
Man, I don't know.
Ooh, man.
That's a tough one.
Oh, man.
And so you look at this again, and it looked like that he had the it looked like he really had the positioning.
He just met him there. I'm not sure, as something is in Ivy's now.
Yep. And Coach Jackson trying to plead his case while waiting for Ivy to see what's going on because he's shaking up a little bit. And right now, if you're Grambling, you got to shake that off. You got to keep on going.
Absolutely. Don't let that hinder this 66-42 lead that you have now. Prince Moss ready to check back in for Grambling. He's going to come in for Ivy. I think Ivy might have just had something in his eye. If that doesn't make, it's going to be Alabama State ball.
Daniel with the basketball. I see Iwosho with the basketball. Now over to Holston Jr. That's going to be a foul away from the ball. That's going to be on Dante Jackson. Devontae Jackson with the foul. And for Devontae Jackson, I believe that is number 2 on him. Make that number 1. Iwosho with the basketball, defended by Alex Empoyo. Three-pointer by Holston Jr., no good.
Put back, though, by Iwosho.
Boy, that Iwosho got way up in the air to put that one in. And that's going to be out of bounds on Nigel Ribeiro.
Pressure, bust pipes, and that's exactly what Alabama State is bringing right now.
And we have a timer on the floor. Grambling up by 22. We'll take this timeout, 66-44. We'll be right back here on GSU TV. Back here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center, Santoria Black along with Donovan Travis. Glad you could join us here for this basketball game. 11:58 remaining in the second half of play. Grambling Tigers right now on top of Alabama State, 66-44. I don't think this Alabama State team will go quiet. Johnson with the ball, now it goes over, and it's, oh, that's gonna be a foul on Prince Moss. That was an easy call.
And it's on the floor though, so no shot.
Prince Moss just didn't have any type of positioning. Following and then bumped him a little too close. 66-44 the score. Daniels with the ball, now to Uwosho. Reginald G. G goes up for the shot, knocked out of bounds, and boy, Coach Lou Jackson is furious that he got fouled. But you know, according to the official on the other side, there was no foul there. And let's see if we can see it here. It looked like he just had the ball.
Yeah, sometimes when the ball is touched, you know, it still affects the player, no doubt, but I don't see a foul there.
G, three-pointer, no good. Ball tipped, and they're going to credit the basket to Johnson. He was the closest to the basketball. Devontae Jackson now with the basketball, gets it to Ivy Smith Jr. Now to Dallas Polk-Hilliard. Alex Empoyo. Dallas Polk-Hilliard for three.
Fills it up. 69-46 now our score.
Holston with the basketball. Oh, that's going to be a cheap foul on Prince Moss.
Prince Moss doesn't like it at all.
Understandable, but I understand the call too. That's his second. Alabama State will inbound. 10:39 remaining in the ball game. G to Holston, three-pointer on the way, no good. Oh, Johnson was over the back, it looked like.
But they're going to call a jump ball.
Grambling gets possession. Moss to Ivy Smith, back to Moss. That's a foul, no good on the shot. That foul on Alabama State goes against Kevin Holston. Jacoby Ross is a few people here today. Of course, born in New Orleans, went to Peabody in Alexandria. Great basketball at Peabody Magnet. They're in the Class 3A semifinals, if I'm not mistaken. That'll be coming up. Nice mark by G. Spin move, and he goes into the bucket.
And they're definitely turning up the pressure as this game rolls along.
Dallas Pope. Nice alley-oop to Devontae Jackson. There you can see this one again, and Ivy Smith right there to Devontae Jackson. Textbook alley-oop. Ivy Smith with the basketball once again. And Ivy's still kind of rubbing his eye there a little bit from when he got hurt earlier.
Hopefully that won't affect him too much going down. Another alley-oop.
This time they couldn't get it.
Just a little too high.
Too much alley, and then you couldn't get the oop. The show going in, foul coming up. Devontae Jackson with the foul. (73-48), 25-point lead for Grambling. Xavier Park now will go into the ball game. First free throw is up and good. One more free throw opportunity for Iwosho. 73-49 is our score. Shot is up and good, 73-50, and right away, Alabama State in that pressure defense.
Down 23, you have to get something started, and started right now if you're Alabama State and want to come back in this game. Nigel saw something he just wasn't there.
He thought for a minute.
He had it, and he knows he had it.
Ivy Smith Jr. Little floater, up no good, rebound. And the shot and put back up and good by Devontae Jackson. Daniels for three. And that's going to be a timeout at Alabama State.
Timeout on the floor.
Final game of the regular season coming up on
Grambling State
Saturday.
University app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hovde Assembly Center. Taking a look at the scoreboard on the men's side. None of these games are really close right now. Jackson State on top of Alabama A&M, 62-42. Prairie View on top of Southern, 54-38. Texas Southern on top of Alcorn, 64-48. So, and this game is 75-53. So really none of the games are close where Grambling could make up some ground, really. But the only ground they can make up is if they beat Alabama State.
Nigel high off the glass, won't go. That three-pointer for Alabama State won't go, and Nigel gets the ball right back.
Got some final scores here on the women's side. Only one score that's not been reported is Prairie View and Southern. Texas Southern beat Alcorn 66-51. That could eliminate Alcorn. Grambling beat Alabama State 63-45, and Jackson beat Alabama A&M by the score of 69-51. So Grambling really not able to make up any ground. The shot is up and good. Jackson and Texas Southern both won, so Grambling not able to make up any ground there. They'll have to hope for an Alabama State win against Jackson and then possibly a Southern win against Texas Southern in order to win or possibly gain a little traction. Johnson with the basketball for Alabama State.
Jackson was just double teamed on the box down low.
Boy, that Reginald G, he is heating up. And he's still just a junior. He's going to be one of those guys next year that you're going to see preseason all-conference. Really steady basketball player. Been a part of this program now his third year. Part with the basketball. Devontae Jackson. And that's going to be a foul coming up on Alabama State. 6:07 remaining here in the ball game, and I think we're going to have is this a media timeout? No.
Not yet.
Yep, it is a media timeout. We'll take this timeout as well. Grambling on top, 77-55, 22-point lead. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back on GSU TV.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Back here at the Frederick C. Hovde Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. Sitting here with one of our television producers here, floor producer, Amaya. I kept talking and she was like, oh, we're in break. The last break that we had.
I was just sitting, I was like, okay.
Yep. Don't forget to pick up your latest edition of the Gramblinite. Not this week, next week, of course, everybody off from Mardi Gras this week. And so all students just getting back, but next week you can pick up your edition of the Gramblinite newspaper. Located, of course, in buildings across the campus of GSU. And then, of course, you can look at great programming on the Grambling YouTube channel, presented by our good folks here at GSU TV. Alan Blakeney does a great job with these students, Lynn Hare, and all the great students of GSU TV, making Grambling look extremely good. A lot of the commercials that you see, the Click It or Ticket commercial and all that, all done by GSU students.
Empoyo now checks into the game. well as Polk Hiller comes in now for Prince Moss.
Ross with the basketball. Now Grambling showing a little press of their own, a little bit of a light press. Now drops into a zone. Shot up, no good. Ball tipped around. Alabama State comes down with it. G. Nice step by G. Goes in, and he's going to get the bucket. That guy's got a good game. Got to recognize good game.
Hey, 12, I like that, bro. I ain't going to lie. There's still something wrong with your face, though.
Ivy Smith, 3. Daniels for 3 on the other side, no good. And Dallas Polk Hilliard with the rebound. There's Nigel Ribeiro. Nice fake by Ivy Smith to Park. Goes in for the shot, good.
I tell you, Ivy just zipped that one right into the inside. I didn't even know where it went.
Neither did Park at first because the ball hit him and he said, oh, it's for me. 84-57, Grambling has extended their lead out to 27 points. Ross, deep 3, no good. Ball tipped by Daniels out to G. G, a 3-pointer, no good. Alex Empoyo with the basketball, 4:29 remaining in the basketball game. Oh boy, this is going to be a tough one for Lou Jack to swallow, knowing that he, on the men's side, he's got to win in order to try to get a home game. Not Alex Empoyo. And a steal here by Iwosho. And a steal by Ivy Smith Jr. goes out of bounds. Give you the final scores once again a little bit later on. Media timeout on the floor, 84-57. Grambling on top. We'll take this timeout. You're watching GSU TV. Back here at the Frederick C. Hoppy Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. The Grambling Tigers right now on top of Alabama State 83-58. Taking a look at some of the numbers, Grambling shooting 31 of 48 from the field. Alabama State 22 of 56, but this is the big number. Alabama State 4 of 24 from long distance, Grambling 9 of 16. Then Grambling out-rebounding Alabama State on the defensive side, 24-13, while Alabama State out-rebounding Grambling on the offensive side, 11-5. Where you think that Alabama State has more size, actually Grambling does, 36-26, Grambling outscoring Alabama State in the paint, and off the bench, 24-17 in favor of the Grambling Tigers.
Numbers don't lie. They tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah, when you're shooting, somewhere in the neighborhood of 22 or 56 here, not exactly where you want to go. As a matter of fact, for the game, Alabama State shooting 39%, 16% from the three-point line, and Axel Empoyo with the shot.
Grambling just continue to break this full court pressure. Letting the ball move, not letting it stick anywhere.
Shot up, no good. Foul coming up. The Grambling Legends Sports Hall of Fame Committee announced a selection of outstanding individuals to be inducted into the 2019 class Saturday, July the 13th at the Frederick C. Hamdi Assembly Center. Dozens of nominees were considered for the 2019 class. During the 2019 induction, a group of 7 individuals will be honored. Elford Payton, Sam Holden, and Michael Williams represent the sport of football. Terrence Sykes represents basketball. Wendell Henderson, baseball. Michelle Willis represents track. Former tennis track and field and football coach Tom Williams will be inducted posthumously.
The foul coming up right now. It's going to be Prince Moss' 4th foul.
More importantly, it stops the clock, 3:16 remaining, 26-point lead. Reginald G at the free throw line. G has 12 points now. Just a hard worker, 12 points, 5 rebounds, make that 13 points and 5 rebounds. Iwosho with 16 points in the contest and 5 rebounds. That's going to be a foul against Alabama State.
That's going to be against Leon Daniels.
(86-62) the score. Dallas Polk Hilliard. Whoa, nice decision there by Park. 3:04 remaining in the ball game. 17 left on the shot clock. Dallas Polk Hilliard for 3, good.
Dallas Polk Hilliard.
Hilliard has 16 now. Foul coming up. Bobby Smith, 18, Park 10.
That's going to be against Empoyo, his 3rd.
Timeout Alabama State. 17 points for Devontae Jackson. And you got a couple of guys that are nearing double-doubles. Dallas Polk Hilliard and Nigel Ribeiro both have 6 rebounds. And Coach Lujack wanted a timeout here to kind of talk about things with 2:35 remaining here in this ball game at 89-62. I think the biggest thing that you can do now if you're Grambling is just control the ball, control the tempo of the ball game. When you're coming back down on the other side of the floor, run out as much clock as possible.
No need to put up any unnecessary, unwarranted shots early into the shot clock. Take as much time as you need. 89-62 with 2:35 left here. Just hold on to the ball.
Well, it just kind of makes the post-game meal taste a little better when you're on the winning side as opposed to the losing side.
Absolutely.
Daniels at the free throw line.
First shot is good. Only thing left to determine is the margin of this win for Grambling.
Grambling with the basketball, 89-64. Shaq 8th in the game.
Ball stolen. Ends up in the hands of Nigel Ribeiro, but he stepped out of bounds.
Well, let's look at it here. You can see if Nigel stepped out. Yeah, he stepped out, right foot. Official just kind of looked at Nigel and says, look at your footprint. What you want me to do? Shaq Athey comes away with the basketball and gets it to Nigel Ribeiro. Two minutes left in the game, 89-64, Grambling trailing. Grambling on top, rather.
Devontae Jackson working on the inside, finally puts a shot up, and it's good. Minute 40 to go now.
Oh, Iwosho is going to be fouled.
Looks like that's going to be on
Devontae Jackson. Nope.
Nope, that's going to be. That's going to be Bunch, rather.
Bunch gets his foul. I believe that is his first or second. A.J. Gaston back in the game now. Two-shot foul for Iwosho. Grambling over the limit. Alabama State in the double bonus as well. Shot up and good. One more free throw. 97 seconds remaining here in this ball game. For the Grambling Tiger basketball teams, their regular season finale coming up on Saturday. A.J. Gaston with the basketball. Got a little clock situation. .129 left, and they had a 30 up there. 18 left on the shot clock.
And
that ball goes out of bounds off of a bad pass by Grambling, and Prince Moss not going back in the ball game. I think he's going to get Shaq Athey. Iwosho, nice spin to the bucket, shot up, no good. Ball tipped around, and Trayvon Bunch comes away with it. 53 seconds remaining. Now 43 seconds, 16 left on the shot clock. 91-66 the score. Nigel Ribeiro goes in and gets the bucket. 30 seconds remaining in the ball game. We'll have Coach Jackson on after the contest. We'll run down the final scores from the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Get you ready for Saturday's game. Shot up, no good. Ball tipped. Nigel Ribeiro has it. 12 seconds remaining. No need to foul. Gets it over to Devontae Jackson.
Hey, Duncan, it's Bert. It's
3 seconds remaining. Final score 93-66. Grambling wins it.
Much needed.
We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have Coach Jackson. Final stats, scores from around the conference, all that coming up right after this. Get Coach Jackson for me. Get Coach Jackson for me. And welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hoppy Assembly Center. The Grambling State University Tiger basketball team defeats Alabama State quite handily, 93-66. Head coach Dante Jackson joining us here at courtside. And Coach Jackson, this was a much-needed victory for the team.
Definitely trying to get back to playing good basketball. You know, we was on a 4-game win streak and then took a 4-game slide and got a great win over at Valley. We played well, got a little rough down the end, but we found a way to win and had a great couple days of practice and had good carryover from practice to the game.
Coach, when you start looking at what everybody did here in the ball game, 4 guys in double figures, really 5, and you look at Ivy Smith Jr., and obviously he got his 18 points, but Xavier Park, I think, really had a great game today, too.
He's been coming on late. You know, I'd rather it be late than never. He's been coming on late, and, you know, we've been talking to him about how he needs to post up and how he needs to, you know, seal around the basket because he makes us a different team.
Yeah.
He takes us to another level if he can just post up and finish around the rim.
As active as Alabama State was, you guys were able to really kind of rattle them out of their game.
Yeah. Well, you know, it was just about they didn't make shots early.
Yeah.
And we made some shots early, and we pushed the tempo. And then as the game went on, you know, we wanted to keep the pressure up just because, you know, we never know. We can end up seeing them in the playoffs. So you want the memory to be a tough one last time they was at Grambling.
And so now you get ready for Alabama A&M, the regular season finale. You know, the good news is that you keep on climbing, and, you know, if you can make some headway, you could still get one of those top 4 seeds in the tournament. But, you know, the bad news is that for some of these guys, it is their final game here at the Assembly Center.
And it's going to be tough losing guys like Nigel Ribeiro, XL Empoyo, and Xavier Parrish. You know, those guys came in, especially Nigel and XL Empoyo. They came in and played a big part of our regular season run for the championship last year. And then Xavier Parrish has been a big-time, great person, being in the community, helping with community service. And now his game's starting to come around to where we expected it to be early in the year. And, you know, we're just happy, man, for those guys. But it's going to be tough losing them because, you know, the tough part about losing good seniors, you know, guys that have been in the program 2 years is it's always hard to replace them.
Absolutely. Coach, see you Monday night.
Thank you.
Saturday, I should say.
Saturday. Yeah, we're back on Saturdays.
I know, right. Final score, 93-66, the final score. That'll do it for our ball game. Of course, you can go to SWAC.org to find out all of the latest scores right now going on in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. We do know that Grambling wins tonight. They win on Saturday. They got a chance of getting the number 4 seed, but they're going to need a little bit of help. For Donovan Travis and the entire GSU TV crew, I'm Santoria Black. Thank you for joining us. And always remember, one nation, one people, peace.